Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts with the Papercraft Society Advent Calendar for December the 6th. This one here, I've already opened it, is from Card Making Magic, and what I found inside are 3 papers here. I assume they are 4 by 6, yes they are, with these beautiful papers, and then a sheet of toppers. And at first I thought, oh, this is great. This, by the way, is really funny. Don't know if you watched my recent video on batch card making. I thought this looks very much like the florals I had on the card making set there. And I was really pleased with this. And then I looked at this again, and I don't know if the camera picks it up. These are all damaged. You can see this on the back, actually. From the production, I assume. Looks like some tongs or whatever went into these. But I think I can rescue the bits. I will definitely cut these 2 off. They're fine. And this one's only got a bit of damage. The one on the top's got a few scratches, but that's okay. But this one, the one I wanted to use, because it coordinates with this one here, I'm a bit miffed that this one's damaged. So I'll see if I can rescue it. My thought is to misting it and putting it through my die cutting machine, either as it is or just through an embossing folder. Basically do something to take away from the damaged, take the focus away from the damaged parts. So I will cut these off with my scissors first. I don't know if I want to fussy cut these or whether I just cut these as rectangles. These 2, I will see if I can find a circle die that has got the size, because I think it'll be easier to die cut that than fussy cut these. So I quickly do this off camera, but then I'll show you how I work with this here. So I've cut my sentiments out. This one was actually really easy to do. I just used my scissors, and I just needed to cut some squares off the corners here, so that was fine. These 2, I found a circle die in my stash that was almost the size. It's a stitch die, but it did cut the silver edge off, which I don't mind, because I decided to actually matte this with gold. I think this would be nicer for the background. So I used my slightly bigger circle die and just cut another layer, and I think this would be lovely with the gold in the background. And for the silver, I've chosen this holographic piece, so I think that would be very nice. But what I have decided is I'm going to put these through embossing folders. This one is definitely damaged. Yeah, the camera picks it up there. And this one's got a bit of a streak through, but I'll risk it anyway. So my idea is I wouldn't use a 3D embossing folder for that, although I've got one here for this bit here that could be a bit too deep. The important thing is when you use cardstock like that you mist it. So I'm just using my water bottle and I'm spraying this from the back. I don't mind it being quite wet. I need the paper to absorb it a little bit. I don't think the front would absorb anything because it's shiny cardstock. So, and you know what I've done? I've just used my alcohol, not my water. I could just smell it. So I'll have to dab that off and leave it to dry. Ooh, got a bit of brain fog here, I think. So hopefully it doesn't damage the paper in the front. No, that's fine. So I could smell it with my fingers here. So good thing I've got them labelled. So just use the water. Yeah, that feels and smells differently, although I've got a clogged nose. So I'm just placing this inside here, making sure that it's the right way around. So I want the embossed bit at the top so that it's got proper dimension. I don't want this to set in. So I'm just choosing an area here. Goes through there, and hopefully just can check the pattern here. Yeah, I think I'll be fine with that. So I'm going to put that through the embossing folder. And for the Let It Snow one, although it is a 3D, I try not to apply too much pressure to it, but I thought it would be nice if I chose one of those snowflakes and set this in the middle. So again, dampening it quite thoroughly, sitting it down here, and just making sure when it goes through the embossing folder that it doesn't shift. So I quickly do this off camera, and then I come back and show how we assemble the cards quickly. So it has worked. You can't see where they were damaged. This one I think is really nice, but they're pretty damp, so I have to put them on the radiator now. This one now is, funnily enough, a bit difficult to read, but you definitely have the design of the snowflake on there, which I really like, so I don't mind it being a bit of a riddle to see what it says. So I quickly dry those and we start with the card bases. I have cut my card bases from A4 cardstock, so these are 4 inches wide but a bit shorter than 6 inches, and I have cut my card bases accordingly. This one's a bit wider, I think this one's got a bit more of an edge, and the other one there. But before I glue these down, I would like to attach something over the middle just to let the toppers pop a little bit. For this one here, I just have decided to use some red ribbon. So all I'm going to do this off camera, is I'm going to put a little bit of red tape on either side. I'm going to stick this down, trim it, and that's all I need to do. I might put a little bit in the middle here of glue, but I find whichever you use, even if you use tape, sometimes it just shows through, or you can feel it being sticky through. So I will only put it here where I will actually put the topper. But for this one here, for the snowflakes, I have decided to use some of my vellum. This is a thick vellum. You can also use a thinner one, but I thought this would actually go quite nicely with the snow theme. So all I need now is my metal ruler, which has just gone AWOL on the table. Never mind, I'll try it with my plastic ruler here. So what I want to do is I want to tear along the edge of this to give it a bit of a rougher look. You can use dies if you have got edge dies or whatever. So I'm just starting a bit further away from the edge, and the bit I'm not using, I'm just pulling that up, because this will be the one that will be a bit more creased. And the bit that I'm keeping on the table, firmly on the table, that's the one I'm going to use. I don't need the whole length, but so I'm going off camera there anyway, but I just did this anyway. So I can now decide on the width. I think I will just, let me just check with the topper here, what width I would like. Yeah, I think I'm just going a bit wider than the ruler. I'll tell you what though, but I'm going to cut this down a little bit now, because I don't want the rest of the sheet to be damaged. So just cutting it off like this. So I'm setting this down, making sure it's straight. I think this would be good with. And then I can tear this edge off. And I think this looks really nice with this rough edge. So you can decide if you want to use the top where the edge stands up a bit, or whether you want to fold it over. But I think this is really nice. So, and again, like with a ribbon, I would fold it over the edges. Just do it loosely first, and then just glue it onto the back. I'm not putting much glue on the front, but again, maybe only where I've got this. Once I've had this, press this down properly, it won't cause any bulk to this. So I will also use something for this. I haven't quite decided yet. I might go in with a ribbon again. I'll think about this off camera. But I will also prepare some decorations. I found these dies that I bought with a magazine. I can't even remember whether I bought it for full price, but I thought, oh, this will be great at Christmas, because you've got these pine cones and fir tree here. Have I used it yet? No. Is it still in this packaging? Yes. So I think this would be perfect for me. I will cut a few to decorate with these, I will see my stash. I'm sure I still got snowflakes die cut from last year, and I'm sure I've got a poinsettia die cut somewhere already assembled that I can use on this card. So I shall do all this off camera now. I'm trying to save my voice a little bit, and then I'll just show you the finished cards. So here are my finished cards. So this is the first one. As I said, I put the ribbon in the background here, and I put just these flourishes here. This one I cut apart so I could use it on both sides, and then I added some of these rhinestones that I thought popped really nicely with the ribbon. So I think this is really cute, and I know who that one's going to. And this is the second one here. With this one, because I wanted some space for the snowflakes these were already in my stash. I think these were the last ones I had. But because I wanted some space for this, I moved the sentiment to this side. But I did forget to put the background behind this. I don't regret it, it's fine, because I actually ended up using it on this one. But it was a bit bare afterwards, so I just, in my stash again, found these snowflake sequins and just put those on. And I think this is all this card needs. There's enough sparkle from the holographic die cuts here. And yeah, I think this is really nice too. And yeah, with the third one, as I said, I forgot this here, and I thought, you know what, I can use this behind this die cut here, or with the sentiment here. That works fine. And because I was using silver here, but it has the silver in the foiling anyway, my little flower here that was in my stash, I cut these again last year, maybe 2 years ago, just with my normal dies from felt. And I've got another example here. This one, I put some glitter over the top, and I had a little bit here in the middle that was gold. But because I went for the silver here, I just popped a clear rhinestone on the top here. And I think that works well with the silver here and with the white. I find certain colours, like the white here, works better with silver. Other colours, like this one here, works better with gold. So yeah, so this pouch today, the little wallet, gave me 3 cards. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I've got a few sentiments left over, the ones that I could use, that I will keep till the end of this month. Well, till the end of me doing Christmas cards, I think. This one I actually quite like. This might go in my stash, but I've already decided that lots of my things will either go to Crafty Friends or will go in the recycling this month, because whatever I haven't used, by the time I'm sending my Christmas cards, I don't think I will use them. Yeah, if you like these cards, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see what I'm creating tomorrow with the next pouch, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that. And I'll see you soon with another video.